Previously on Sailing Aquarius.
This is our canal crossing, the absolute beginning of it. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
To be halfway done.
As we were coming to Ismailia, we were hoping that we will be able to anchor since we broke bow thruster in Suez Yacht Club. Also, we did not check into Egypt, therefore we cannot leave the boat. We also did not plan to purchase fuel, as we heard it's quite expensive in Ismailia. Luckily, we saw anchorages right next to the marina, and that's where we were hoping to drop the hook. After multiple explanations why we can't come to marina, we were denied the anchorage and insisted to come in the marina. Marina's employee was too busy on the phone to help us, even knowing that we have no bow thruster. And marina is a very luxurious word for this place, where construction is underway, lots of noise, sandblasting nearby, and just a bare cement dock.
Hello, Captain. My name is Yasser. I work in Ismailia.
Okay. So why can't we anchor?
No anchor. No.
Yes, there is
No
anchor.
service problem. Any people touch boat. Custom?
No problem. This is a problem. To dock here, it's $30 and they did not have change, but you can appreciate him walking around the dock trying to get change from the other boat.
This friend, you change $100. And my friend, you change $100.
I don't have $100. So that was interesting for us. He had no change from $40, but he offered to change us $100. Are you about to pass out?
He's got 40 of our dollars, now he wants 100 more.
I not change. I have not.
Luckily, towards the end of the day, the sandblasting jobs were over and we could relax and be ready to leave tomorrow morning. What you have been up to?
Putting fuel in the tank.
Did you buy some?
Nope, just too expensive to put. It's like $2 a liter almost here in the middle, because you have to pay for this and you got to pay for that and then you got to pay. It's just like gets too complicated.
Emptying out the deck.
Emptying out the deck, which I should have done a long time ago. Now we'll be able to sail most of the way. We'll have enough fuel for 3 days, 4 days, and it's only 3 or 4 days anyway, so we should be all right. Yeah, I'm gonna leave one on the deck just in case something goes wrong with our fuel. I'll have one to suck off of for 3 or 4 hours if I have to get into an anchorage or something like that, but that's it. It's always nice to have one extra on the deck. You'd always know you have 3 hours worth of fuel. Well, we have to do our last check on the engine room. Check the oil. That looks good. That looks good. Well, this looks good. We had a little bit of a leak in here. I tightened it up. Everything looks okay now. I always check to make sure my bilge pump is working. We got a little bit of oil down here that we need to clean up. All right, everything done in the engine room.
Hello, my friend.
Pilot, how is your English? Good? Excellent. Do you want to come on board? All right, come on board. So what's your name? Oh, can't pronounce that. Do you have a short name? Like Eminel?
Eminel?
Well, no, you.
I am Alaa.
Ismailia.
Ale.
Ismailia. I'm Ken. You're just gonna pull this line in. The boat's gonna tilt. All of these will be undone. You're just gonna pull that line in and then let it go.
Now I can go ashore and push us off. There's a big pile of seaweed.
Yeah, I see it.
We are off to our second day, and hopefully we will complete transition via Suez Canal today. Captain Ken,
Yes.
how do you feel about that?
I feel pretty good. We got off pretty nice. The pilot wanted to drive. It's the first time we've been in fog like this, I think. These bridges, I hear, roll out at night. And the other side, there.
So how do you feel about not driving?
Anyways, even though the pilot's driving, I'm still responsible.
Yeah, for anything that happens. So why do you think it's always captain's responsibility?
It is. The captain is always responsible for anything that happens on the boat.
Any examples?
Maybe the evergreen that ran around comes to mind. No matter what, it's the captain's responsibility. So even if the pilot's driving, it's still my responsibility. Anything that happens to this boat. So you got to stay vigilant no matter what.
Barely can see a thing because of the fog.
Yeah, it is really foggy out here. You really can't use a radar either because everything's so tight. It was the end of 2018 when we finished the Panama Canal, and it's the end of 2022 when we finished the Suez Canal. Pretty cool. And we didn't plan it. We thought about it, but we didn't plan it. It just happened that way.
We're gonna stop because of the fog. I wonder, do we need to get the lines ready or? It was super bad, but now it's over.
Fog is lifting. Yee! We don't have to stop. We can move on.
And this is pretty cool bridge, huh?
Yeah, it is. We're on our way to Greece. This is actually our crossing, because we're not stopping at the other side. We're just moving right through.
So Navionics maps say it's gonna be shallow, but our echo sounder says no problem, 20 meters.
once in a while you want to go in the engine room, just make sure everything's good, especially when you're going through the canal. If there's any problems, you want to catch them early, get it fixed, keep going. The first boat of the day we're passing. How fast is he going? .1. 8.1? No, that's normal speed. Just look slow. He's so big. How long is it?
1,158.
That's why it looks like it's going slow. That's like almost as big as Panama Max. Trains to the left of us, ships to the right. Here I am, back in Suez again. I thought I was just dreaming. Are we really in the Suez Canal?
Yes, we are. And exactly 4 years ago, we were finishing Panama Canal crossing. 4 years. We have a pretty cool tradition. The channel is busy. I see 3 boats, one after each other.
Trains to the left of me, ships to the right. Here in Suez again.
Look at this! How cool is that?
Pretty cool.
It's interesting, when we crossed the Panama Canal, we went underneath an unfinished bridge on the north side of the canal. And this time we're passing an unfinished bridge on the north side of the Suez Canal. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. So how much farther to go?
7 miles. You said you want a boat wash?
Not a saltwater wash. Okay.
Oh, Captain. Shukran. Happy New Year. So where you will celebrate New Year's?
In the Med.
In the Med.
In the middle.
We completed Suez Canal Transit on the New Year's Eve of 2022. We paid $700 plus $150 as we were transiting during their holidays. I posted this post on Red Sea Passage Facebook group, but group admin removed this post. He didn't like the price justification. And Ehab, or Captain Hebe, is this group's favorite. Happy New Year! I made a mistake. I gave my husband.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year!
Open champagne!
More money! Well, I'll tell you what, it's so nice being able to sail, and we are sailing. Since we left the Suez Canal, except for the 2 hours just after leaving the canal when we were heading directly upwind to stay within the channel leading up to the Suez Canal. But now we've been sailing ever since, and it's nice sailing again, because all through the Red Sea from actually the Gulf of Aden to Djibouti, we were motoring a lot. Through the Red Sea, it was almost all motoring except from, I believe it was from Saudi Arabia over to Egypt. We got a little bit of a really nice sail, and then south through the Gulf of Aqaba, we sailed almost the entire way down the Gulf of Aqaba. But you know, we've been doing so much motoring that it is so nice to be someplace where we can sail again. We're going fast too. Before we were seeing, when we were motoring, it's like 4 knots, 3 knots, 0.3 knots, going backwards. We actually went backwards a couple times. So we got our Genoa reefed. We've got a full main out because we started with a full main. We just leave the full main out. And we're moving along between 7 and 9.
So, this is real life stories. Passage from Suez Canal. We did it! To Greece. And we just celebrated New Year's. The passage is good. We're extremely lucky with these winds. It's not an easiest, now it is much easier passage, but it was pretty, very lots of leaning. So now at least we're stable. We're camping in our little corner, and we were talking how great of a year we had. 2022. Oh my goodness.
So let's look back. What's the first thing you remember?
Saudi Arabia.
Oh, come on. Let's talk about the first thing that happened during the year.
Well, yes, Thailand. It was huge. We splashed Aquarius after COVID, after a year and a half.
So we put Aquarius in the water, and I had worked on her and other people worked on her to get her ready for the crossing for a year and a half.
Our dear Patreon. Hello, Cynthia.
Yeah, we had Cynthia on board.
And that was a first.
Taught us how to sail. Oh, and then the Brits were on board. Can't really forget the Brits.
Yeah, that was lots of fun.
We finally took off, but that was not the easiest crossing in the beginning. At the end, it was perfect.
Then it was fabulous, magic, amazing Maldives rally. We got so lucky with it.
Oh.
So, after Maldives, we had this famous passage to Seychelles where...
Yeah, we almost ran out of fuel. And that gave us a chance to run the engine at different RPMs for a full day and then do measurements to see exactly how much we're burning every 24-hour period.
Just wanted to show you where we are. Okay, so then Seychelles.
Seychelles was fairly incredible.
That was nice. And at that time, also our YouTube channel was doing really, really well. And that made it much nicer, I believe.
That was great. So what
Yeah.
happened after that?
We went to Tanzania, Tanga.
We arrived and Tanga was awesome.
We did awesome super safari.
Unbelievable safari.
It's the first time we don't have satellite connection for the crossing. We're saving money, and yeah, it's good to know that there are always big ships around, just in case you need to VHF somebody.
I haven't missed it at all, really. Not one bit.
Tanzania, and then
Oh, then we got the Somalian crossing where we head up to the Yemeni island of Socotra. And that was interesting because we were all scared about, you know, pirates, but what we should have been scared about was leaving too early out of Tanzania and hitting the 50-knot winds around Socotra. And
again being so severely sick when we arrived,
yeah, I was sick when I was really sick.
and he ended up in the hospital, which actually was the nicest place in the whole Socotra island.
Yeah, I don't think that there's a hotel nicer than the hospital. It was an interesting place. Oh, the checkout procedure. We were boarded by 8 people that
At
searched
night.
our boat at night. And then, you know, it's 8 p.m. after they got done searching. And they go, you have to leave now. It's just like, are you freaking kidding me? There are
Into
40 knot winds out there in the middle of the night. I don't want to like enter 40 knot winds in the middle of the night.
Then we left Socotra and went to Djibouti.
But Djibouti was okay, but it just, I don't know.
The only good thing about Djibouti was very good provisioning. We decided that we're not gonna stop in Sudan. It's not recommended to stop in Eritrea nowadays. And we decided to go straight to Egypt. That's about 1,000 nautical miles via Red Sea. We knew it's a lot of motoring. And
So we had
took
a
off.
lot of fuel when we took off. But by the time we got to around
halfway.
we were thinking we could make it, but there's a possibility we could not make it. Ended up stopping in
Saudi
Jeddah.
Arabia. It was such a wow factor.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia was amazing. We were the first foreign flag vessels, Zatara and us, to actually sail up and be allowed to drop the hook. It was incredible. You know, reefs that might not have been dove on at all. We got to go to those reefs.
Egypt is a very bureaucratic state and country, and it's run by military. And we saw a lot of temples, a lot of pyramids, a lot of.
We saw everything. It was a whirlwind trip, but the highlight was, I still think that the boat trip was actually pretty good on the Nile.
We still had 1 week paid of marina, and Ken was eager to get out. And I said,
There was a small weather window to get to Jordan, and we took off. So
Oh.
anyways, we took off and we went to Jordan, Ayla Marina. Oh my God.
That was such a relief. And the trip, we got so lucky with the weather. And what did we see?
Oh, it was nice. We also went to Israel and saw Israel as well. Because you really can't find marinas in Israel, in the Gulf of Aqaba. So it's better to leave your boat in Jordan and then just cross over.
The other very, very nice thing in Israel was we met some of the subscribers.
And took off for the Suez Canal. And what do you got to say about the Suez Canal?
So yeah, going up the Gulf of Suez was not easy. We actually
A lot of motoring.
we just kept going through those winds, and you know, you just have to do what you have to do. So it was not pleasant. We knew it.
But we made it.
Yeah.
Went through the Suez Canal. Again, Felix agents got us through, but again, They're not really good at telling you where you're going to put the boat and everything. Not that interesting, except for a lot of the bridges and things like that they've got. It's mostly for military stuff.
Nothing like Panama Canal, because Panama Canal had blocks. It's more work intensive.
And now this is our last crossing, going to Greece. What an incredible year.
So as of today, we've done 2 oceans and 2 canals. 1 more ocean to go.
Yep, cheers. A year from now, we should be able to finish our circumnavigation. I guess that's it. Thanks for watching Aquarius. Thanks for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it.
Cheers from Aquarius.
2023, it's gonna be a great year, isn't it?
If you like this video, give us a like down below and click here to subscribe. That really helps us. And if you want to watch more of us, click one of those.
They said they came from Spain.